What did I learn from doing 100 hours of meditation over 10 days? I'm not a meditation person. Let's just put it out there. I can't focus very well, and I did this because sometimes I just like to stretch myself. And after doing it, my mind was so clear in a way I have never felt before that I actually did it all over again during COVID time. However, this time, I went into the meditation center on the same day I took a COVID injection vaccine. So my mind was foggy. And I asked this question, what is the purpose of life? Yes, the ultimate question that everyone wonder. I asked the meditation teacher this. And after a bit of to and back, she said to me, the fact that you are born is enough. And I looked at her like some child that just did not understand. And she's looking at me like, oh, you poor child, you don't get it? I'm going, but shouldn't we be striving towards our goal to see what our potential is to be growing and do, help humanity out, basically. And she's saying, you don't have to do anything at all. You can just slow down. So, after deliberating on this for a very long time, I've come to this. This is what it means. On the one hand, we are enough simply by existing. You are enough. On the other hand, if we don't live life fully, then we feel like we're failing life itself. Now, both of these things seems true on the surface level, but they seem contradictory, right? So let's break it down to a level that we understand. Okay. The truth, the absolute truth is that we are enough. You are enough. The fact that you exist before achieving anything, before getting your degree, before being a great mother, you don't have to prove anything. You are already whole. You're already worthy. You are complete as is. Because the you existing, it's a miracle in itself. Based on science, literally. Now, that's the foundation of self-worth. You are valuable not because of anything you do, but simply just by who you are right now. You literally don't have to do anything, and you are worthy. So, then the question is, well then, why do anything at all? Why bother doing anything? Well, human potential kicks in. So we're going, okay, right, I'm enough, but then there's human potential. The fact is that you are, just because you are enough, you are also not like a tree, right? You have legs, you can move. So think of it from this view. We have this incredible brain that we can think. We have feelings like no other animals can feel. We have capacity over our life to create things, to continuously evolve. And that itself is not an accident. So a bird, like you think of other living things that in our ecosystem, a bird, it is enough simply by existing, but it still flies. The river is enough just by being a river, but it still flows when the rain comes down. Human is enough by being alive, but we still have the capacity to grow. So the real question is, if we already is enough, why do we want to experience life? Why do we want to experience life? Well, the purpose of life is not just to exist. We can just stand there and do nothing and just exist. It's not that. The purpose of life is to express. The purpose of life is not just to exist. The purpose of life is to express. You can absolutely do nothing and still be enough. But will that fulfill you? Probably not. Because humans are meant to express themselves through songs, through dance, through your creative mind, whatever it is, to grow, to create, to impact, to evolve. You are here to express. You have expressions. Not because we have to prove our worthiness, but because the experience of life itself is the point. Let's try this another way. Music doesn't need to be played, but when it is played, Isn't it great? Aren't you enjoying it when some artists go and compose some song and they play it and they sing it? Isn't that an enjoyable experience? That's why we go to concerts, right? That's why we enjoy hearing people play amazing piano pieces. If a tree didn't grow so tall and magnificent standing in the forest, then wouldn't we miss out on walking by and seeing it and feeling it? Isn't it more life walking through that rather than just like all sand? So you don't need to do anything, but wouldn't it be a waste of a miracle of being a human if you didn't try? The trap of I am enough so I don't have to do anything means it's like a cop-out. It's an excuse for stagnation. Like, why push myself if I'm enough? Why chase any goal if I don't need to be worthy to do it? Technically, it's true, but that's like you working all your life, spending all your money to buy a Ferrari, and then you just let it sit in the garage and never driven it. Not once. Not once at all. So it's like, wouldn't it be better if you at least tried driving it to see what it can do? Staying in comfort isn't comfort. It's a silent fear. And if we are seeking peace to do nothing, then how are we feeling internally? If you feel fulfilled, then yes, it's enough. If you don't feel fulfilled, then no, it's not enough. There are people, whether good or bad, goes out and disrupt this world. As an accountant, my once upon a time life, I could have stayed in that job. Would it have been enough? Yeah, if I felt good about that life, yeah. But I disrupted my life, and you could say in some ways the company I work for growth. And does the company suffer? No, it doesn't. Do I grow? Yeah. Do I feel better as a human? Yeah. So what we are really doing is that there is this balance between enough and our expansion. So yeah, you are enough, and yeah, you still need to grow. Both is true at the same time. It's not one or the other. Self-worth comes from knowing that you are already valuable, and fulfillment comes from actually using your life in the way that you have been given. You don't grow to prove your worth. You grow because growth is the point of life. So the question is, now that you know you are enough, what will you choose to experience?